Just understand, it has just been revealed that the U.S. has already spent at least $25 billion on a war for Israel that began by killing 100-plus schoolgirls, and Congress is now voting on condemning Hasan Piker.
So Hasan Piker just got targeted by a bipartisan congressional resolution alongside actual anti-Semites, while Trump escalates toward war with Iran. This is happening because his independent media platform threatens traditional power structures that can't buy or control him. Let's break down this unprecedented attack on free speech.
A bipartisan resolution from House Rep. Lawler, Mike Lawler from New York, and Josh Gottheimer from New Jersey are condemning me and Candace Owens for anti-Semitic rhetoric and conspiracy theories, and also calls on social media companies to take appropriate steps to enforce their policies against hate speech and prevent the spread of anti-Semitic content.
Mike Lawler backed Trump's Supreme Court immunity ruling, while Josh Gottheimer voted for every war budget Trump requested. Now they're uniting to attack streamers instead of addressing Trump's constitutional violations or the Iran war powers issue that's 2 months overdue.
This is sincerely Democrats openly saying, hey, guess what? We are insincere. We are not serious. We are not invested in making the necessary changes in this country. We are going to advance unbelievable idiotic distractions.
He's absolutely right. Democrats promise to resist Trump's authoritarianism, but when push comes to shove, they're using government power to silence Israel critics just like Republicans do. It's bipartisan theater, while Trump dismantles democratic institutions unopposed.
And it's being done for donors. It's being done to fundraise. It's being done because I have some high-profile enemies, okay, that are aggressively pursuing this deplatforming initiative, and they're willing to pay for it. Right?
That's the key insight. He met with Governor Newsom, appeared at DNC events, built genuine grassroots support without corporate backing. Traditional politicians see independent media influence they can't purchase or threaten, so they're weaponizing Congress itself to destroy it.
But luckily, Candace Owens is a part of the bill, and Republicans might shy away from attacking Candace Owens. Think about that. The actual anti-Semite in this resolution is the saving grace that might actually destroy the resolution's passage.
Candace Owens literally promoted the protocols of the Elders of Zion and blamed Jews for slavery. Republicans will protect her because she's useful, while condemning someone who fights actual anti-Semitism. It perfectly exposes the cynical nature of this resolution.
There is a bipartisan bill in Congress right now that demands the condemnation of Hasan Piker, okay? Bipartisan laser light focus on material improvements to the lives of the American people exactly as they promise every 2 years. Ignore the fact that these two influencers they want to formally denounce are Israel critics, and that's totally coincidental as always.
Exactly the pattern. Americans need healthcare, housing, jobs, but Congress prioritizes Israel above everything. Trump's cabinet picks are Israel-first neocons. Democrats vote for every Israel aid package, while both parties ignore domestic crises completely.
Candace Owens is run around with a copy of the Talmudic Jew in front of hundreds of thousands of people being like, this is how Jews are. They're contract lords. And this fucking asshole looks at that situation and goes, you know who's actually the real danger here?
This is the absurdity. Owens spreads literal Nazi propaganda that led to the Holocaust, while he provides factual analysis of documented war crimes. Comparing these is like equating journalism with genocide denial. It's intellectually bankrupt.
It is so obvious what's going on. Don't criticize Israel. If you criticize Israel, we'll make your life a living hell. We'll take away your sponsorships. Oh, you don't have any sponsorships? We'll take away your ads. Oh, you don't run any ads? Well, we'll take away your platform. We'll do everything in our power. We'll hope that someone might get the right lesson. We'll activate a schizophrenic psycho to come and assassinate you.
The intimidation campaign is real. Critics face doxing, death threats, economic blacklisting. Look at what happened to professors, journalists, anyone questioning Israel policy. The goal is creating a chilling effect where people self-censor out of fear.
And what these people don't understand is that I'm not alone. I'm not alone. That the overwhelming majority of American society feel this way. So you might deplatform me, you might get me killed, but at the end of the day, this problem is not going to go away for you. It's not going away. People still feel this way. People know the truth. So you have to address it at some point. That's it.
The polling backs this up. Young Americans overwhelmingly oppose Israel's actions, support Palestinian rights. That's why the establishment is panicking. They're losing the narrative war despite controlling traditional media, so they're turning to government censorship.
In an environment where there is a ton of prominent critics of Israel who, at best, are agnostic on the issue of anti-Semitism, and at worst, absolutely utilizing the conversation around Israel to foment anti-Semitism, to target someone like myself who actively does combat anti-Semitism is unbelievably stupid.
That's what makes this so cynical. He consistently calls out actual anti-Semitism, educates viewers about Jewish history and persecution. Meanwhile, they're protecting people who traffic in centuries-old anti-Jewish conspiracy theories. It's completely backwards.
It's because people saw what Israel was doing, and then they dug deep and learned what Israel had been doing leading up to October 7th. They saw what Israel was doing after October 7th, and they could not believe the violence. And then they learned about what Israel had done before October 7th. That is the reason why. And they know what Israel is doing right now. That is the reason why people don't fuck with Israel.
Social media broke their information monopoly. People saw unfiltered footage from Gaza, researched historical context, connected dots mainstream media never allowed them to connect. The truth became undeniable once people could access primary sources directly.
It's un-American, okay? We don't live in Israel, all right? We don't live in Israel. You can't do this. It is fundamentally against the principle of the First Amendment. This is precisely what the First Amendment is there to protect. Oh, I don't agree with this person's assessment, and therefore, he should shut the fuck up. Here's a congressional mandate to get this guy to shut the fuck up.
This violates core First Amendment principles. Government can't compel private companies to silence specific viewpoints, especially political criticism of foreign policy. It's textbook state censorship using corporate intermediaries, exactly what the founders feared.
Like, they literally slammed actual, unvarnished, anti-Semitic Protocols of Elder Zion agitprop that Candace Owens is disseminating on a daily basis on her lunatic broadcast to Hasan's assessment is that Israel has killed far more people than Hamas has, and therefore is a far worse influence, a far more destabilizing influence in the region and around the globe than Hamas ever could be. That is objective truth.
The protocols literally inspired Hitler and Stalin's anti-Semitic campaigns, killed millions of Jews. Comparing that to factual casualty statistics is historically illiterate. One promotes genocide, the other documents it. There's no moral equivalence whatsoever.
The same Democrat that is supposed to be advancing the war powers resolution that is already 2 months late on Iran. And instead of that, this is the bill that they advanced this morning. Think about that. What a joke of a country we're in, man.
Congress has constitutional war powers oversight. They should be stopping Trump's Iran escalation, not condemning streamers. This shows their real priorities. Protecting Israel matters more than preventing World War III or upholding their constitutional duties.
Josh Gottheimer knows that the information environment is uncontrollable. So they're testing out the boundaries of how much disciplining they can do with congressional resolutions like this. That's it. They're trying to see if social media companies will bite on this nonsense.
They're beta testing authoritarian tactics. If social media companies comply with congressional pressure targeting specific individuals, it establishes precedent for broader government control over online speech. It's a trial run for digital authoritarianism.
You have a platform of this magnitude, of this size, and it's not controllable by the regular groups that have some semblance of influence over most people, because most people want to make money, okay? When they see someone who goes, no, I don't want that. I just want to say the truth. I don't give a shit. I'm backed by my fans. They lose their minds. They don't know how to deal with it. They're like, whoa, this is dangerous.
Fan-funded independence terrifies them. Corporate media depends on advertisers and donors with Israel interests. When creators are directly supported by audiences who share their values, traditional leverage points disappear. That's genuinely threatening to power structures.
Just know, we have reached a new level here, okay? We've reached a new level here of madness, unlike anything before.
We've never seen Congress formally condemn specific media figures by name for foreign policy criticism. This crosses a line from soft pressure to hard government intimidation. It's the kind of thing we'd condemn if authoritarian countries did it.